Welcome back to our patterning and evaluation series. Here we'll get into the more tedious side of analyzing shot patterns, determining the average per brand, and comparing the cartridges. Make a photocopy of the box, brand, and information for each round being compared. Keep them in a notebook so you can clearly identify each one when performing your final analysis. A pellet count requires we carefully open several shells and find the number of pellets in each cartridge. The average will help us determine pattern efficiency when analyzing our targets. To do this, you'll need a plastic or paper plate, paper cups, tweezers, pliers, a Phillips head screwdriver, Scotch tape, and a white paper towel. We prefer to open each shell with pliers and a screwdriver, as cutting them can be very dangerous. Nobody wants to lose an eye or a finger. Over the paper towel or plate, count each pellet using tweezers. It's best to stop and write down the numbers in increments in case you lose track. Then record the results in your notebook. With shot count in mind, it's time to move on to the patterning paper. Here we will determine pattern efficiency, the overall distribution of pellets on the target, and the existence of any holes which might result in a missed clay. Count and mark each shot impact on the patterning paper working through each quarter. Repeat this for each target and then determine the average. For our test, we found the gold brand had an average of 350 pellet impacts, the green 269 pellet impacts, and the red 350 pellet. We will also use this pellet impact count to determine distribution of shot pellets on the target. Ideally, 25% of the pellets should fall into each of the target's quarters. Our results show the average distribution from gold to range from 21% to 28%. For green, we found a range of 18% to 36%, and for red, we found a range from 22% to 30%. This shows gold has a more uniform shot pellet distribution than the green or red brands. Next, we will determine pattern efficiency, which is found by dividing the average number of pellet impacts on paper by the average number of pellets counted in each shell. Multiply that by 100 to make it into a percent. For trap shooting, anything above 60% efficiency is acceptable, but you want to aim for 70–80% for optimal performance. The pattern efficiency we found for gold is 69%. For red, it was 78%, and for green, it was 62%. Holes exist when a shotgun is on target, but the shot pattern misses the clay. An approximate cross-section of a clay target in flight will help us determine holes. In our case, we use a simple piece of plexiglass. In a stepwise fashion, we looked for parts of each quarter where less than 3 pellets hit the cross-section. Since it takes 3 or more pellets to break a clay, any area with less than that is a hole. Our results showed, on average, 10 holes or missed targets for gold, 20 for red, and 16 for green. This shows that gold has substantially fewer holes or gaps in its patterns compared to the other brands. If you are interested in reading further about this process, details of the procedure shown in this clip can be found in Chris Bath's book, Breaking Clays, Target Tactics, Tips, and Techniques. In summary, we can conclude that Federal Premium Gold Medal Grand Competition clay target loads live up to its claim of tight and even patterns which lead to significantly more pellets inside a 30-inch circle at 40 yards. In addition, we also conclude that the Gold Medal Grand has fewer holes in its pattern compared to its comparator brands. This maximizes your chance of hitting a target. It should also be noted that the Federal Gold Medal Grand loads had on average 68 more pellets per shell than the comparator brands, thus making more pellets available to hit the clay. We hope you enjoyed this demonstration of analyzing shotgun patterns and that it helped you determine the best choke cartridge combination. Our live demonstration successfully shows Federal's ammunition outperforms its competition, and we look forward to its full release in 2017. For more information and tutorials on the clay shooting sports, please continue to visit our YouTube channel and www.claycoachonline.com.